my time was running wild, a million dead-end streets, and every time I thought I got it made, it seemed the taste was not so sweet. So I turned myself to face me, but I've never caught a glimpse how the others must see the faker. I'm much too fast to take that test. Changes.
Turn and face the strain.
Changes. Don't wanna be a richer man. Changes.
Turn and face the strain.
Changes. It's gonna have to be a different man. Time may change me, but I can't trace time.
Alright, because we just went for a big walk, and it's the first hot day that we've had. It's like 25 or 27 today, and compared to the other day when it was like 10 degrees, this is really quite hot, and I'm a bit out of shape because of how nauseous and everything I've been laid up a lot. But we went for a walk because it's so beautiful, and wanted to go get some vegetables from the veggie shop here, and yeah, now I'm completely knackered. I'm supposed to drink like 1.5 of these a day or something. It's way bigger than my head. I can't drink that much of anything a day, except maybe coffee. And I can't drink that anymore. I'm 9 weeks pregnant today. By the time this goes up on air, everybody will know, because I'm not going to put it up before everybody knows, but another 3 weeks and we'll be telling everyone, and I've made up a little announcement picture for it and everything. Thanks for that, Faust. I made Mr. Man and I on The Sims and waited for my sim to get pregnant, and then made that picture and show Faust. He's admiring the day that he's not let out in. Oh, asking to be let out. It's sonking my toes. So cheeky. I did have cravings. I always wondered if I would get them or not, because I remember talking to my mum, and she had a couple, like when she was first pregnant, the first time with my eldest sister Sam, she would crave, before she went to the doctor, I think the first time she said when she was here, she would crave raw cauliflower, so she must have been iron deficient or whatever, and then she would crave, I'm not sure if it was with just Sam, but she would crave soggy tomato sandwiches. Like, she would make them, leave them, wait for them to get soggy, then eat them. Yeah, each their own, I guess. So far my cravings have been, mostly it was anything to do with meat and like protein, I guess. I was just mad for it. Oh, my hand's back. I have 15 minutes left to scull most of this. I'm having my first ultrasound in an hour and 15 minutes, and you're supposed to drink a litre of water and stop an hour before your appointment and then not go to the toilet. In the first, month and a bit of being pregnant, I could barely get out of bed. Felt so nauseous and tired, and I'm still nauseous and tired. I went for a walk the other day, and on the way back I felt like a cripple. I was just like, I'm dying. I always wanted to be pregnant, and I had this idea of what it would be like to be pregnant, and I was so completely wrong. Like, it's amazing to know that there's something, you know, a life growing inside of me and stuff, but it doesn't feel... I'm trying to think of a way to say this without sounding ungrateful, because I'm really not ungrateful. I'm really, really grateful, because the chances of it happening were beyond slim, but I don't feel good. I thought that I'd feel, I don't know, maybe not energetic, but I thought I'd feel really, you know, good and different, and I mostly just feel sick all the time, and I haven't been sick. I'm like the great white whale. Even more amusing because I'm so pale, but I just mean that it's so mythical, and a woman who doesn't vomit at all being pregnant, and I haven't, not once. I feel like I'm gonna, nearly 24/7, but I haven't. I can remember when I was young, my sister having to do this, having to drink the water before appointments and stuff, and always thinking, oh, I can't wait until I get to do that. And now I feel so put out by it. Yes, I'll drink a litre of water and not go to the toilet, even though I'm pregnant and I need to go all the time. It's so dignified. It's so dignified to be busting for the toilet and have to sit there while some person puts goo on your pelvis and pushes on your bladder as hard as they possibly can without bursting it. Fun. It's funny when I think about... I've had so many fake pregnancies, but it's funny when I think about when I started to feel pregnant this time, and it was confusing, and I didn't want to say anything for a long time because I thought, no, it'll go away, and you know, the period will come and it'll be horrible as usual. I'll just wait. And I was waiting and waiting, then not getting out of bed because I felt sick, staying in bed a whole day, just laying there, getting my laptop and watching stuff just because I just felt too sick getting up and about. And then Ian started to notice that I just was feeling sick and that I just wasn't getting up, and he was like, oh, your body's so mean, and I was like, yeah, I know it is. And then I started to think, maybe I am, and I was like, nah, there's no way, that's just stupid. How many times have you been through this in the last 5 years or whatever it is now? And then we bought a test, and we decided to buy the most expensive one, clear blue, and it has a digital display on it. And we decided to wait another week before we did it, but I ended up only waiting like 3 more days, and then I was just like, nah, I'm just going to do it. And I got up one morning, I was like, I'm just going to do the test, okay? And he's like, And he stayed in bed because, you know, he didn't really want to have to go through that at the time, because he was starting to feel really jaded by it, like I tend to get. After a while I get really... It's those stages that you go through where at first you're hopeful, and then even in your disappointment you still kind of hope for it, and then slowly you get to that point where you know it's not going to happen, and or you think it's not, and you get really angry about it. He was at that stage, and so anyway, I got up and I did the test, and I remember I was just like, I honestly believed I would never see a positive test. I think I said that on the PCOS thing I made. So I did the test, and I remember I was sitting there, and a little thing popped up, said pregnant, and I was like, and then it said that you have to wait because it's calculating the conception time, and I was like, does that mean I'm pregnant anyway? So I freak out, and just as I think that, I look down, and it says 2 to 3 weeks, and I screamed. I literally screamed. Ian heard my scream, and he came running out, and he's like, Kat? And I stood up, and I'm holding the test, and I'm going, I'm pregnant, I'm pregnant, I'm pregnant, I'm pregnant, I'm pregnant. And he takes the test, I'm still going, I'm pregnant, while he takes the test off me and reads it. It's pretty funny.
he read it, and at first he couldn't believe it, and then we just laughed. I didn't end up crying at all. I thought I would. Thought I'd cry, but I didn't. I was just really happy and shocked and couldn't believe it for ages. I still have that feeling where I'm like, no, it can't be real, but it is real because it's now October and I haven't had a period since the first day of August, and that was my last ultrasound. So yeah.